Oh god, the sequels! So many sequels! Ah!
So, yeah, as you could really tell, I visibly cringe when I hear the Land Before Time sequels. Not because, well, they're terrible in the immediate sense, but I just ask myself one question. Why?
Why make so many sequels? Especially them turning out to be just mediocre at best. The first film, in my opinion, was an animated classic and deserved better than this. Hell, even American Tail got its dues. I enjoyed the bad ones, even if they were bad. But what did we get from the Land series? Nothing but preachy, overblown lessons about life that we could have gotten from our parents and our teachers. When we were young, we enjoyed these movies, but as adults, we can't believe we went apeshit for this mediocrity.
These movies were my childhood. I actually watched the sequels more than I did the first movie. But that's only because we didn't have the first movie. Or, well, correct that. We had the case for The Land Before Time, but guess where the VHS was? Not in the fucking case! I tore my house apart for years looking for that fucking VHS, and nowhere to be found. It was bullshit. So, unfortunately, all I had was the sequels, and I ended up watching them quite a lot. So there is a lot of nostalgia around these movies for me, and when I decided to watch them again, a few of them held up surprisingly well. Oh yeah, they're corporate cash-ins beating a dead horse, but I find them to still be entertaining and worth watching. And you know what? I've seen so many people talk about how bad the sequels are, but my question is, which ones were the best? Or in probably most people's cases, the least bad. And you know what? I still like a few of them, so this is gonna be my top 5 best Land Before Time sequels.
And my top 5 list would be called I Didn't Really Give a Shit, so I Just Picked 5. Let's get this shit over with. I got shit to do.
Number 5. The Land Before Time 6. Legend of the Borosaurus Rock.
Dinosaur.
Next one.
Number 5. The Great Valley Adventure. Now, unlike Daniel, I actually do give a shit. So, I'll at least give an explanation for my choices. Though, even I have to admit, it is kinda hard to come up with an explanation, so I'll do my best. So, The Land Before Time 2. I'd say this one is kind of a mixed bag. The beginning is boring, the songs are bad, though I do like the Egg song. And it only starts to get more interesting once Chomper and his parents show up. And it actually has a pretty entertaining Sharptooth chase, probably the best in the series. Aside from that, I'd say I'd place it at 5 because it's better than the rest that aren't on this list.
Number 4. The Time of the Great Killing. Next one.
Number 4. The Mysterious Island. This is one of the sequels that seems the least babyish. It actually has a pretty entertaining plot, and it also has a decent song. Chomper from the second one is back, nice continuity there. Although, if the second one acted like they never came from the mysterious beyond, but this one does, and this one also acknowledges the second one happened, hence Chomper is in this one, and also the first one, but then the second one could never logically happen because there was a wall and shit, and now there isn't, and they came from the mysterious beyond, but apparently they didn't. Oh, fuck it. Continuity's a bitch. And also, it shows blood. Gotta give him props for that.
Number 3.
Oh, okay, I guess I have to explain things now. Okay, Journey Through the Mists. It's basically a rehash of the first one, except Grandpa Longneck might be dying. Don't worry, kiddies, he's going to make it. The series lost its balls as soon as Don Bluth left. Next one!
Number 3. The Stone of Cold Fire. This one is on this list for 2 reasons. The villains and the aliens. The rest of the movie, I have to admit, is kinda mediocre. The villain is Petrie's Uncle Toronto and his 2 cronies. They make this movie. Toronto is a surprisingly complex villain for a Land Before Time sequel, and I just fucking love Jim Cummings as one of the cronies. And the aliens are actually pretty interesting characters too. And also, this one is almost like a parody of the other ones.
I told them where the flying rock is. Why don't they go?
No, no, no! Yep, yep, yep! It's driving me nuts, nuts, nuts!
I mean, come on, that must have been intentional. Aside from that, there's not much different from the other sequels, so, yeah.
Number 2.
Okay, this is where the series was jumping the shark, and I'll give you one reason. Aliens. Okay, let's let that sink in for a couple more minutes. Okay, we good? And basically after that, it's basically a parody, which I find hilarious and funny. Until the voices started talking again. Next.
Number 2. The Great Long Neck Migration. This one, I didn't even watch when I was a kid. I stopped at the big freeze. But when I watched it today, I shockingly liked it. Yeah, it was pretty good. And also, this is the only sequel that has any continuity with the original. Littlefoot meets his father in this one. Why did it take 9 sequels for this to happen? But that's beside the point. The fact that a sequel actually connects with and has continuity with the original is astounding, considering all the other ones treat the first one like it never happened. And also, I like the voices in this one. Kiefer Sutherland does the voice of Littlefoot's father, Commander Work from Atlantis voices a character named Pat, and an actress I only know from this movie plays a Supersaurus named Sue, and they all do pretty damn good jobs. I only really hated Littlefoot's voice. The rest are good, and there's of course Kenneth Mars. Why he stayed on for 12 movies is beyond me, but he's one of the positive points of any sequel. And the songs in this movie are, again, mostly bad, but the last song is pretty good. It seemed like they actually put some effort into this sequel, which, considering the Land Before Time sequels, is saying quite a lot. If there absolutely, positively, indisputably, irrefutably had to be a sequel to The Land Before Time, this is the one they should have made right off the bat. Too bad it took 8 sequels for them to realize it. Fuck dummies.
And my number 1 I did not give a shit pick was...
Okay, The Mysterious Island. It's basically a carbon copy of the first one. Although I think they suffer a lot more in this one. And that's always okay in my books. Plus, the twist and the songs in this movie are really good. Definitely worth a watch if you want to lose your sanity.
And my number 1 Land Before Time sequel is... Journey Through the Mists. The Land Before Time 10 is the most likely candidate for the best sequel, but personally I like this one the best. It's pretty much a carbon copy of the original. What, with its anti-racist morals, the kids going through danger with a specific goal in mind, and being hunted by a common enemy. But I wish all the sequels were more like the original, so I consider that an upgrade. But the biggest reason I like this one the most is the songs. The first song, while probably a rip-off of The Circle of Life from The Lion King, is decent. The villain song is bad, but enjoyably bad. And the last song, I actually really like it. It's the only song in the whole series that sounds kinda epic. And also, it's the high point of the movie. The fact that I like all the songs in this movie, and considering that these movies are musicals that should not be musicals, and also considering that most of the songs are crap, that earns this one a lot of points. What else can I say?